And we're diving straight into the developing breaking story coming in from VVIP Delhi. Mamata Banerjee's meeting with Congress President Sonia Gandhi is underway and has been for the last 30 minutes. Mamata is on a Delhi visit where she is crafting herself as the leader of a united opposition going into 2024 to take on Narendra Modi's BJP. Mamata Banerjee will be meeting Arvind Kejriwal next in just about an hour from now. She's still inside 10 Janpath in Delhi, meeting with the Congress's interim president, Sonia Gandhi. This comes just on the back of a series of other meetings with Congress leaders, including P. Chidambaram, Anand Sharma, and others. Let's go straight across. We've got our reporters and editors on the ground, Mausami Singh and Anand Patel, live with us. As you can see in these two pictures, Mamata Banerjee paid a courtesy call on the Prime Minister yesterday, and today she's meeting with Congress President Sonia Gandhi. Mausami, coming to you first. She's been in there for half an hour now. Very clear message coming in from Mamata Banerjee. You know, we are all aware of the history that Mamata has with the Congress, but she is clearly putting on some very practical clothes in an effort to craft, you know, a united opposition going into 2024.
Absolutely, Shiv, and a picture speaks 1,000 words. If you see the picture of Prime Minister Narendra Modi with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and you compare it with the picture with Sonia Gandhi, you can see that Sonia Gandhi is in fact all smiles, even as Mamata Banerjee is engaged in some thought, and as she gifted that Uttariya from Bengal to Sonia Gandhi. So there, you know, their close bond ever since Mamata was in the Congress party. Mamata has kept that alive. When every time she visits Delhi, she makes a visit to Sonia Gandhi at 10 Janpath, and Delhi is all abuzz with the Trinamool Congress Supremo meeting the who's who of the opposition. After meeting the Prime Minister, she would be meeting Arvind Kejriwal and perhaps Sharad Pawar tomorrow. So really, you know, Mamata Banerjee trying to get the Khela going for the 2024 elections, and she knows Rahul is also present, Shiv. She knows that it isn't possible without the Congress party, and therefore in this crucial meeting Rahul Gandhi also present when she meets Mamata.
Very, very interesting that Rahul Gandhi is also present over there. Anand, coming to you, you know, the relationship between the Congress and the Trinamool has been a tricky one. It is, you know, replete with a lot of flare-ups in the past, including during the recently concluded assembly elections. We are seeing some of those tensions manifest even now, Anand. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, with the Trinamool not part of that opposition press conference or the adjournment motion on Snoopgate, not being part of Rahul Gandhi's, you know, opposition meeting on Snoopgate last evening. But, you know, even with all of that, it's clear that Mamata Banerjee is keeping the big picture in mind.
Yes, that's right, Shiv. You rightly pointed out that Trinamool Congress was conspicuous by its absence from the opposition party meeting yesterday also and today also, when the 14 parties met under the leadership of Rahul Gandhi to strategize opposition parties' common move against the government and the centre in both the houses of parliament. But notwithstanding, Shiv, here we have to look at the bigger picture. Now, Mamata Banerjee knows that she has West Bengal under her belt. She has the momentum with her, and she is upbeat after defeating Modi-Shah juggernaut. So clearly, she has a lot of support from the opposition party leaders who look at her as a cohesive force to bring together the opposition parties. Now, there is a sense of urgency among a lot of opposition parties, including Congress, TMC, Chandrababu Naidu. So there is talk that all these opposition parties should come together for 2024 because they cannot afford to lose yet another Lok Sabha election if they fight disjointedly. So clearly the opposition leaders are realizing this, and that is the reason why Mamata Banerjee is making this move, trying to meet all the opposition leaders, prominent leaders, so that they can come to a joint platform because that is the only way
Yes.
these opposition parties can find space in national politics come 2024.
Mosmi, one quick question before I let the both of you go so you can get us more on this meeting. What kind of a relationship do Mamata and Sonia have? Because Mosmi, you've met both these leaders individually. You've tracked their political journeys. You know their personalities inside out. What kind of rapport do they share? And could a meeting of the kind that's happening right now behind you, is it capable of ironing out the many unpleasant, ugly things that have been said by both sides, even in the last 18 months?
See, Shiv, that's very crucial, that the fact that Rahul is present, the bonhomie between Mamata and Sonia Gandhi is very public. You know, Mamata Banerjee, in one of the meeting of the opposition leaders through video conferencing, she apparently really clearly said that she was ready, and she was ready to leave all the decision making to Sonia Gandhi. And Uddhav Thackeray, Hemant Soren, all the chief ministers were present, and she was ready to, in fact, be a part of a leading team that was led by Sonia Gandhi. But that's not the case with Rahul Gandhi. The rapport between Mamata Banerjee and Rahul Gandhi isn't really there, and perhaps Sonia Gandhi realizes that fact, and perhaps Rahul Gandhi needs to break that ice with Mamata Banerjee. Remember, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is still the leader of the party in the Lok Sabha. Still, there is a lot of coordination that is required with the Trinamool, which isn't happening. So, Mamata Banerjee, in fact, is reaching out to Sonia, and perhaps this could be the icebreaker, and Prashant Kishore could have had a role to play in this meeting where Rahul is also present, a role in the oppositions coming together at Vijay Chowk, and Rahul's taking the center stage. So very interesting power play there by Mamata Banerjee.
Hopefully Mamata will also speak when she comes out from 10 Janpath. I'm going to let you go, Mosmi, for the moment. Anand continues to stay with me to navigate us into understanding this meeting a little.